So I'm trying to finish up on this print tonight. So the idea was to put pennies inside of a infinity cube. I had some problems last night, and I actually ended up blowing the fuse on my Taz Pro. Now the nice thing with that is it only takes two 5 amp fuses and a 15 amp fuse to replace. And these are just standard automotive blade fuses that you can get at any hardware store or automotive store. So basically it was user error when I shorted out the thing, but it is working now. So I'm about 3/4 of the way finished, and these are just gonna all have the tops open so I could drop in these pennies. And so when it gets to that point, it's gonna have a place where you can encapsulate a penny and finish off like this. And I'll have to print the hinges for this later. So this is a remixed version of a popular infinity cube, and I'll post the files to that when I get a chance. But in a minute, I'll go ahead and switch and put in the pennies. So I just put the pennies in while the edge was being formed, and a trick I found with this is you can actually use an ice block and shrink them down a little bit. And that way, if there's any difference in your scale here, it'll basically give you a little more wiggle room. So I'm gonna restart this, and right now they're pretty much flush with the top. But maybe I'll play with the tolerances a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. And I just had it laid out in a pattern, so it was like heads, tails, and just kind of alternating. And that way when the cube moves around, it'll kind of give you both sides of it. And I only had these newer pennies. I wanted to get the ones with like the Lincoln farm on the back, and maybe some older ones, but this was all I had. And I spoke too soon. About 2 minutes after I stopped the video, it knocked loose, came off the build plate, completely shifted. I think it knocked one penny out and just ended up shoving everything off to the side. So I'll try this again. So the theory's good, just not cooperating.